Hello and welcome to 2025. So we'll do an audio test first, just to make sure that we're actually working. So if anyone's in the chat, let me know if you can hear me. So I'm standing directly behind the phone at the moment, so we'll just check the audio first, and then what I'll do is once I see someone in the chat, I'll just go out and get in front of the camera, and hopefully we have some audio. We've got a nice stormy sky at the moment, so it's looking pretty good. Who knows what's going to happen? It's yeah, the sun should set. All good? Okay, perfect. I'll just walk out in front of the camera. So hello and welcome to 2025. So first live stream of the year. And as you can see, it's very stormy. So I don't think we're going to get any lightning. I think I missed all that last night. But yeah, let me know what the audio's like. Can you hear me when I'm out here? I'll try not to talk too loud. There's lots of waves. Yeah, hopefully we get a good sunset. But yeah, I just wanted to come out and say hello to everyone and catch up with people. G'day Peninsula Dronography, how are you? All good? Okay, good. So you could hear me when I was out in front of the camera. So I'm back behind the phone now, so we'll just check that you could hear me while I was out in front. So if anyone can just let me know what the audio was like while I was talking to the camera. Yeah, reception was pretty crappy when I got here, so, and it does that when it's stormy, the reception isn't great. So hopefully it sort of sticks around and the reception's okay. So I'll get back out in front of the camera again. So just let me know what the audio's like. So yes, welcome 2025. Lots of big plans this year. Going to be doing a few trips this year. I want to do a couple of workshops on weekends away. So 1770 Sunshine Coast. Got a few big plans coming up. I want to do a lot more workshops this year. So yeah, be ready for some weekend workshops. Lots of YouTube still. I'm going to try and do a YouTube video every week. Okay, that's my goal for this year. My goal for this year... Is that a turtle? No, just a rock. Just a rock. Yeah, my goal for this year is to try and do a YouTube video every week. Okay, so I've got one that's going to go up later tonight. So let me know what the audio's like and make sure I'm just not talking to myself out here. Audio was good. Okay, good. Loud and clear, went in front as well. Okay, good. All right, so it does sound like the audio's working. So good. So how are we all? How is everyone? Scotty B, g'day. How are you, Scott? Welcome. Watching from Cambodia. Yes, well, hopefully we put on a bit of a show for you tonight because I've seen some of your sunsets and they're pretty epic. Very stormy at the moment, so there's a big storm front out here at the moment. Doesn't look like it's got any lightning in it, but there's a few storms sort of floating around. G'day Crusher, how are you? Got some epic photos this morning I saw. Was that this morning you got those photos or yesterday morning? Got some, yeah, Crusher got some lightning out the end of the Urangan Pier, so that was good to see. I'd try not to talk too loud. The waves are crashing and I feel like I'm talking very loud. But yeah, hello and welcome to 2025, everyone. So yeah, like I was saying, lots of big plans this year. Really want to try and do a YouTube video every week. I want to try and get at least one video every week. More live streams. Okay, and look, the live streams, they're just here to say hello to everyone, have a chat, and to show off Hervey Bay. Cheers, Neil. Thanks for the shout out, mate. No worries. So yeah, Scotty B's get some really nice sunset photos. So if you haven't had a look, check him out on Facebook. He'd be friends with me. If you go into Facebook and just look through my friends list, you'll see him. Same with Crusher. If anyone doesn't know Crusher, check out his Facebook page as well. Get some really awesome shots. A lot of photos in the sunsets and sunrises unite, I think it is. So yeah, lots of good Facebook groups out there. And it's good to see everyone out taking photos. So look at this sky, it's starting to look nice. It's a perfect night out here. Okay, there's no wind. There's a little bit of wind, but it's coming from the south, so we're kind of blocked I'll give you a quick spin around. So this spot, yeah, the wind's sort of coming out of the southeast at the moment. So we've got all this behind me, and that blocks our southerlies. So this is a nice spot when the southerlies are blowing. And we've got an incoming tide. I'll try not to move the phone too much because I know the bit rate goes a bit mental. So yeah, this spot, look, this is one of my favourite spots here in Point Vernon, just simply because we can see everything. So I can see where the sun's going to set, and then if we start to get some colour over this way, we've got options. Okay, so we've got lots of options here, which is what I always like. Peninsula Droneography have relocated up here now and keen to know the location of tonight's stream, please. Okay, so this is the Gattaca's Bay boat ramp. So if you look up, jump onto Google Maps or whatever maps, Gattaca's Bay boat ramp is where I am at the moment. And yeah, it's a good spot because there's lots of options. Okay, so if it's really windy and the trees are blowing, we've got some nice rocks to play with. You generally get a few little waves kind of wrapping around the point. But yeah, like I said, it's one of those spots where if the colour does start to go off behind us, we've got lots of options. You've basically got a 180-degree view of Hervey Bay. Sunrise and sunsets at this spot. It's yeah, it's a good spot. So yes, welcome to Hervey Bay. So yeah, feel free to come down if you're in the area, Peninsula, pop down, come and say hello and grab some shots with me. I almost brought the drone tonight too. I probably should have. I recharged the drone. I hadn't used it for ages, so I charged up the drone today. Let me just get that sun out of the shot. I charged up the drone, so it's all ready to go. I should have brought it with me. Have relocated. Yeah, so yeah, Gattaca's Bay boat ramp. So I think Matt might be coming down as well. So yeah, last night, well, look, we had some good storms last night. We had some really nice storms, but I'll blame my son for having some mates over and making me drink with him. So I missed all the storms. I sat out the front and watched them, and it was just going off all along here. We had some really nice storms, lightning, and yeah, I missed it all. But yeah, look, if the sky stays like this, we could get a nice sunset. Now this spot here, this is kind of where my next video that's going up is shot from this spot. Once the tide comes in a bit more, we've got lots of options. There's lots of little mangrove trees. We've got some really nice rocks here that I like to get some shots from. These rocks in front, they're just a bit messy for my liking. I don't like small pebbly type rocks. I do like bigger, larger rocks, which we'll get over here once that tide comes in a bit. There's a couple of osprey sitting on the marker. So if we're lucky, we might see one of them dive in the water and catch a fish. But yeah, look, I will take some, I know it's a photography stream, I'll take some photos soon. I'm just kind of soaking it all in at the moment. Waiting for that tide to come in. I'll get to one of my favourite little trees just over here. So wait till sunset gets a bit lower. There's not a lot happening. It's very grey, so it looks nice, but as far as photos go, there's something. Let me see if I can zoom in. There's something out there in the channel. I don't know whether it's a fish busting up or whether it's a turtle. Let's see if I can zoom in. There's lots of turtles here in the bay. Let's see if I can get you a turtle on stream. I just saw there's a few fish busting up out there. It might be just fish. Would have been a nice evening for the kayak, to tell the truth. So yeah, thank you again to everyone who's here. There's a bit of splashing going on out there. If Jack's watching, grab the fishing rod and come down. Bring it with me. Yeah, there's a bit happening out there. I don't know if you'll see them on the phone, but yeah, there's a bit happening out there. Look, Hervey Bay's awesome. Whether you're into photography, fishing, or just relaxing on the beach. We do have some really nice beaches. I like my rocks for photos, but yeah, the beaches are really nice up here. Alright, so let's go and take some photos. Let me get set up. The water's almost up to my favourite little tree, so I'm just going to just push away. Like I said, like these rocks here, they're just too messy for my liking. I like nice clean photos. I don't like messy photos. And those rocks there are just a bit too messy for my liking. These ones over here are a little bit better. And yes, if Linda's in the chat, I'm walking on rocks. It's been a long time since I've been able to walk on rocks, but I'm back. I'm back out on the rocks again. Okay, so over here, that's a bit nicer. Like this sort of rock here, the nice big one, that's sort of more what I like. Nice big solid rock. So what I might even do, look, I'm going to put a filter on because that sun's so high in the sky. I don't like shooting into the sun when it's like that. The sky's just not, it's very, very flat and grey at the moment. So like I said, this was more just to say hello to everyone and do a live stream. Show off Hervey Bay. It will get better, trust me. Once we get closer to sunset, it will get better. So stick around, go and grab a beer or a coffee or a water and come back a little bit later. I won't be doing a lot at the moment, hopefully. There she is. G'day Linda, how are you? Just talking about you. I'm saying I'm back out on the rocks again. It feels good to be back on the rocks. Mind you, I'm not sort of venturing out. There's a few rocks further out on the point, which is where I would rather be. But it's a bit sketchy out there. So these ones are nice and flat. I don't have to sort of walk up and down any big rocks. So these ones are nice and flat and safe. There's a turtle out there. I don't know if you can see that on stream. I'll see if I can zoom in on him. He's poking his head out. He's just near that marker. You might see a head pop out of the water soon. Yeah, look, it's good to be. I do love the rocks. I do love being out on the rocks. I love water movement, rocks. So yeah, it's good to be back out here again. So I will get some photos soon. Yeah, like I said, I know it's a photography stream, and we will get there. We'll take some photos. I reckon it could be nice. It could be nice right on sunset with that cloud. There's lots of birds working out there as well. Yeah, I'm seeing quite a few turtles. Hello to all in the chat. Nice looking afternoon in Hervey Bay. Yeah, so thanks Scotty. Yeah, look, good group of people here in the chat. We'll probably get a few more in as the night goes on. But yeah, it's a good group of people we've got up here in Hervey Bay. Lots of photographers, lots of very good photographers in Hervey Bay. And just nice people. It is, look, Hervey Bay's awesome. I love it. I love Hervey Bay. We've got everything. We've got, as you've probably seen from some of my other videos, we've got like all the lone trees out on the mud flats. We've got beautiful beaches around Torquay and Scarness. We've got 3 piers. We've got the Scarness Pier, Torquay Pier, and of course the Urangan Pier. We've got the boat harbour, which I haven't even ventured around there yet, so I'll show you that one day. We'll do a live stream around at the boat harbour. Point Vernon, this is close to home for me. Otherwise I have to drive all the way to the other side of town, which is a whole 20 minutes away. So yeah, I don't like, travelling all that way, a whole 20 minutes to get to the other end of town, where this is like 5-10 minutes. Burham Head's off into the distance. Burham Heads is nice. Toogoom, I did a live stream out at Toogoom. Toogoom's really nice. I will go back to Toogoom again. I'll wait till the holiday season's over. It's, yeah, look, there's lots of fish busting up out there. I might bring the kayak out tomorrow night and make a video for that other channel. Well, actually, no, I won't be coming out here tomorrow night. I might have a little surprise for people tomorrow night. G'day, Claudia. Welcome back. How are you? Hope you had a good. Hope everyone had a good Christmas and New Year. Look, it's good to be back into the live streams. It's, I've missed it. I've just been waiting for the right conditions, and I saw all the cloud disappearing, and I thought, yeah, it looks pretty safe. So, love the weather. Yeah, the weather. I do love this stormy weather. We've had some really good storms lately, and yeah, I reckon we could get a pretty good sunset. There's some nice high cloud, and all of this grey is kind of pushing out. It's pushing out to the north. So yeah, look, we could get a good sunset. I'm not going to get my hopes too high, but it could be nice. And look, is there such thing as a bad sunset? G'day Pam, how are you? Are you back from Cairns yet? How was Cairns? I saw a medium-sized turtle from the Urangan rock wall. Yeah, lots of turtles around at the moment. It's good to see. The oceans are very healthy. Yeah, had a good chat with Aqua Dan a while ago. Oh wow, there's lots happening out there. I don't know how well you can see this on video, but there is fish busting up and turtles, and I reckon that was a dolphin just jumping in the background. It's all happening. It's all happening. It's nights like this that I sort of do wish I was out on the kayak. It's looking really nice. Anyway, we're here to take photos. Let's stop talking about how awesome Harvey Bay is and take some photos. Now that light's getting nice. We're getting close to sunset, so let me get set up and I'll take some photos and I'll just sort of run through what I'm doing. Let's go on. Let's have a bit of a work over here first, because I kind of like these rocks over here. Okay, so these are the sort of rocks I like. A nice big solid rock that's not quite so messy. And we're just going to use that as a leading line. And look at that for a leading line straight out to our sunset. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'll probably frame it up so I've got that sun just out of my shot. So I'll frame up something kind of like that. When the sun's high in the sky, I don't like to shoot directly into the sun. So somewhere around about there is what I'll frame up. And then I'll show you my shots once I get them. But yeah, it might be time to stop talking and actually get some photos. Because the light is nice. It's kind of slightly diffused by the cloud. And we've got some nice greys and some nice oranges. So bear with me, let me get some shots and I'll come back and have a chat. And I don't need to be down too low for these shots, to tell the truth. I sort of want to get up high and get all those reflections on the rocks. We'll get down a bit lower later. So let's get up high and comfortable. But yeah, if you keep looking off into the background, there's a lot happening out there. Some nice waves just crashing over the edge of that rock over there. So I'm using a Canon 6D and I've got my 17-40 on at the moment. I'm going to be shooting in manual mode. And because the sun's so high in the sky, let's have a look. I am going to put a filter on. I do like my long exposure, so I'm going to put a filter on. I might put an ND64 on. ND64 should give me I want to get that exposure to around about 1 second to half a second. That's kind of my go-to shutter speed for wave movement. So ND64 is that one. Just check that I don't have fingerprints on it. So that's one thing I always do, check that I don't have fingerprints. And as you can see, it's fairly dark. Let's have a look on the back of the camera. So it'll cut out a fair bit of light. Okay, so that's my ND64. Cairns was lovely, a bit hot and humid. We are on our way home. Yeah, it's definitely a hot time of year for Cairns. But yeah, look, it's been pretty hot and humid down here, to tell the truth. It's with all these storms around. So, but yeah, I will get up to Cairns soon. I do plan to get up there soon. I might wait until winter. Get up there in the cooler months. I don't mind the heat, but the cameras don't like the heat. Especially if I get a new mirrorless camera. I don't have any immediate plans for a mirrorless camera, but yeah, from what I've read, they really don't like the heat, the mirrorless cameras. I think they're fine for photography. It's more video where they start to have a few issues. So Cairns will definitely test out the camera. If we get Matthew in the chat later, he might be able to confirm. He's up in Cairns and does a fair bit of photography. Okay, so yeah, so that's, like I said, that's kind of what I've got framed up. I'm going to use that rock as my leading line. get that half a second to 1 second shutter speed. Try and, as the tide comes in, the waves will crash over that rock. So that's what I'm sort of waiting for, the tide to come in and get all those waves crashing over the rock. Okay, so yeah, this filter's probably a bit too much to tell the truth, but that's all right. Let's go and frame something up and get my first shot for the night. Oh, the water's lovely. The water is lovely. Okay, these rocks are very slippery, so you've got to make sure your tripod sticks pretty well. Okay, that's not too bad. Now, I'm actually going to bump up my ISO, because yeah, this filter's just cutting out a bit too much light, to tell the truth. So somewhere around, oh, here comes some nice waves now. And I'm nowhere near ready. 2 second timer. So that's what I'm looking for, those waves crashing over the rocks. Let me bring you in a little bit closer, give you a better look at it. Always foreground interest for me. Always like to have something in my foreground. So if the sky doesn't do what we want it to do, we've got something nice to take photos of. I was lucky Santa bought me a drying cabinet for Christmas. Definitely worth it up here. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, especially lately. I think I've had a couple of towels on the clothesline for about 2 weeks. No sooner do they dry, it rains and they get wet. If I was a bit more on the ball, I would have bought them in before it rained, but yeah, it's been very wet, to tell the truth. But I do love this weather, it's nice. Alright, so I'm just doing all these in one shot. So I'm kind of focusing at the end of the rocks, because my depth of field will be fine. Let me just spin this around a little bit more so you can... I don't really want to be shooting directly into the sun. Just bring this back so you can see me a bit better. See the back of my head anyway. Alright, so yeah, I'm kind of focusing on the end of the rocks. I've got a 2 second timer on. I'm at f8. And yeah, we're a fair way away from our foreground, so our depth of field is going to be fine. Try and get that horizon as straight as possible. Let's just speed that up a bit. I am going to get in a little bit closer. Really fill my frame with that foreground. Okay, that's not the most epic foreground, but it's something. Okay, some really nice golden light on there at the moment. So now I just want one of these waves to come and crash over the top of the rocks. And again, I've got to try not to talk too loud. I'm trying to talk over the waves. So here comes a nice wave now. Hopefully this one will reach. Get that. Yeah, a little bit. Not the epic shot I was hoping for. And I will do multiple exposures. So the video, I'm going to drop a video tonight that'll be on multiple exposures. I think most of the people in the chat would have seen, look at that out there, there's fish everywhere. Yeah, getting multiple exposures and blending, bit of a blending video. So when the sun's this bright, if you're shooting into the sun when it's this bright, you kind of need 2 exposures. So now we're getting some nice, now we're getting these waves crashing over the rocks, and that will just get better and better as the tide comes in. Yeah, some real, look at that golden light. Hopefully the phone's picking that up quite well. Really nice golden light on the rocks. It's all happening. God, it's good to be out. It's good to be out. What a night. What a night. So I'm just watching the waves, just waiting for a wave to roll in. I really want them to start crashing over this part here. As the tide comes in, they'll start to push over there. My little tree's almost underwater, so that's looking nice as well. All right, here comes a nice few sets coming in now. We'll wait for them to come in. Okay, so yeah, just focused halfway into my frame. I'm not going to do any focus stacking or anything like that. Don't need to at this stage. So the live streams are all about just showing you guys Harvey Bay. Okay, I will mix it up. Some days we'll do some focus stacking, exposure blending. But today's just to be out here. We're getting there. Those waves are almost crashing over the rocks. So I'm at 1/8 of a second. An eighth of a second gets nice water movement. That's kind of what I like. I'll come and check the chat in a minute. We're almost there. We might get this one. This one should come over nicely. Yeah, it's not too bad. Some bigger waves would be nice. Here comes a double banger. Is that one? That'll work. No, it won't. Just need that tide to come in a little bit more. As the tide comes in, the waves will get bigger. There's a big sandbar that runs out from Point Vernon. So all the waves kind of curl around. And on the low tide, yeah, the waves do struggle to come over the rocks. So let me come and check the chat. A couple of fishermen on their way out. Where are we up to? Where are we up to? There we go. Are you using drop-in or screw-in filters? Yeah, using screw-in filters. I don't have any of the magnetic filters. I don't use filters an awful lot, so that's kind of why I didn't bother with the magnetic ones. They're about double the price the magnetic ones, like really convenient. I would like to get some. But yeah, I don't use filters an awful lot. So yeah, I've got the screw-in filters. They're the K&F. I just bought the 3-pack. There's an ND8, an ND64 and the ND1000. I think they are screw-in ones, Scotty. Neil will confirm. Yep. G'day Peter, how are you? Welcome to 2025. And have a look at, isn't this just the most perfect afternoon? So yeah, welcome Peter. So I'll start to get some more shots because that tide is coming in nicely. I just came back from Oz, the Coke. Yeah, Koken. I've actually still got a lot of Koken filters. I've got a lot of filters. I've got Hoyas. I've got Kokens. I've got some. Can't remember the other brand, but yeah, just recently bought the K&F ones because they were cheap, and just wanted to try them out. And yeah, look, I've got no complaints with the K&F filters. They're fine. They do the job. So I'm just trying to time it so yeah, that wave, really want the waves crashing over this bit down here. But yeah, that light, nice golden light. Here comes a nice wave now. This is what I'm waiting for. That's a better one. Get that. No. I thought it was going to be better. But still, even without the waves crashing, there's some really nice golden light on those rocks, which is nice. And yeah, I think once we get closer to sunset, we will get some nice light. We will get a really golden glow. That one's almost there. Almost there. Let's wait for that tide to come in a little bit more. Where are we up to? Claudia. There was a beautiful wave hit the rocks. Yeah, there's always a wave hit the rocks when I come back here and read the chat. Up and About Photography. Hello and welcome. Formerly PDS. Nice looking golden light on those rocks. Yep, there sure is. Yeah, it's all about that golden light at the moment. So I'm just framing it up so I've got that sun. Sort of, that's pretty much what I've got framed up. I'm probably in a little bit tighter. But yeah, really nice golden light. Just trying to get that sun. G'day Matt, how are ya? Looks fantastic. It does. It looks nice. It is looking nice. So I'll go and get some more shots while that sun is up. Because yeah, I'm really like this golden glow on these rocks. It's looking nice. And with that grey sky, really nice contrast. Some oranges, some greys, and some water movement over these rocks. Sort of that, trying to balance that combination of waves and still have the golden glow on the rocks. So I'm taking a few shots. I've probably taken about 5 or 6 so far. Really waiting for that wave to wash over. Some nice light down here. And you know what? I'm going to go for a longer shutter speed. I'm going to get back down to ISO 100. Let's go up to 3 seconds. Get a nice long exposure. That'll smooth out the water a bit and really emphasize that golden glow on the rocks. Just remove all that texture from the water. And get that nice, really focus on that golden glow at the moment. So I'll just wait a couple more waves to wash in. The tide's getting, some bigger waves would be nice. Okay, here comes a good one. Give that the 3-second timer. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I do prefer my faster shutter speed though. I'm just going to bump up my ISO. So I'm working at round about that 1/2 second to 1/8 of a second. My sky is blown out just simply because it's so bright. I haven't done any multiple exposures yet. Okay, there's a nice wave coming in the back. I'll get that one as it crashes over the rocks. Just trying to get that balance between the wave crashing and still get all that golden glow on the rocks. And I will change up composition soon. Here comes a nice wave. That's a nice wave. Some bigger waves would be really nice. But it's, I'm going to get my shutter speed up closer to 1 second now. Because the waves are moving slowly, the slower the wave movement, the longer you can get your exposure and still get texture. If you've got big crashing waves, then a faster shutter speed is better. Because these ones are rolling in pretty slow, a slower shutter speed works quite well. That's what I'm looking for. That's the shot. That's nice. That was the one I was waiting for. That looked good. Yeah, nice. I'll do a quick exposure for my sky. It is very bright. I'll do a quick exposure for my sky and then I'll get back onto the foreground again. And yeah, I'm sort of working that 1 second exposure. That one's quite nice. That one's not too bad. I'll get this last wave and then I'll come and read the chat. Just going to make sure things don't go underwater. And we're nearly ready to get up to my favourite little rock. Where are we up to? Looks fantastic. Up and about photography. I'm about to send up the drone shortly to catch the sunset shots here in Nikenbah. Nice. Yeah, look, the sun, I reckon, yeah, I think the sunset could be good. I think the sun, definitely send the drone up. Like I said, I'm spewing. I was almost going to bring the drone. I left it. Loving the ease of magnetic filters. Yeah, when I saw the turtle, I had time to pop on the circular polarizer. Nice. Yeah, the magnetic filters are definitely nice to use, just to be able to snap them on and off. I live at the Urangan end of Torquay, so always tough decision whether to drive to Point Vernon. Yeah, Point Vernon, it's one of those spots where, look, that's photography, isn't it? Some days do things, some days don't. But yeah, the Urangan end, sunrises are much better down the Urangan end. I generally do my sunrises down towards Urangan. All about photography. Have you changed your name from Peninsula Dronography Services? Welcome to the Bay. I think Peninsula Dronography Services is now up and about photography by the look of it. So yeah, exactly. Welcome to the Bay. It's now look at those clouds on the horizon. Let me zoom in on that for you. Got some really nice big stormy clouds out there. So now that we're getting to this time of night, I am just going to leave the chat for a bit and start concentrating on some shots. Because now we've got that really nice diffused light. And you know what? I'm just going to come back a little bit further, get a bit more rock action. That's nice. That's nice. What are we doing? ISO. Let's get that up to 400. Again, I sort of want that 1/2 second shutter speed. Don't really like this composition, to tell the truth. I've got this sort of dead spot down here, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm going to slightly underexpose. An eighth of a second, slightly underexposed, like exposing more for my sky now. I know I can lift my shadows if I need to. Go for the dark and moody type look. It's looking very dark and moody at the moment, so that's sort of what I'm trying to capture in camera. Just get a few more of these waves coming in, and then we might move up to my tree soon. But yeah, look at that horizon. Hopefully it's coming up okay on the phone. It's looking nice. Yeah, look, I'm not, now that the water's come in a fair bit, I might actually get down lower. Now I want to get down lower and just really enhance that foreground. Get some more foreground now. Get some of those waves crashing over the rocks. Might even be time to take the filter off, to tell the truth. So now I really want to get these waves crashing over the rocks. I'm going to get down fairly low. Make sure my tripod's nice and solid. Make sure my bum doesn't get wet. That happened the other night. Oh, now look at that. That's... I need to get over here, get more of a leading line in the shot. And very slippery rocks here. I'm just trying to get my tripod steady. It's moving and sliding all over the place. There we go. Yeah, that's where are we at? Yeah, I'm going to bump up my ISO, and then I might come and take my filter off. That's looking nice. I'm just going to refocus again because I've changed composition. I'm just going to refocus. I'm going to get it sort of working that hyperfocal distance. So I'll do a video on hyperfocal distance and focusing and everything one day. But yeah, basically hyperfocal distance kind of... Hang on, let me get this. That's nice. That's exactly what I want. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, hyperfocal distance, kind of just focusing far enough out in the frame that you get your foreground and your background in focus. That's looking really nice. We're going to have to do multiple exposures now. That sun's bright. I'll show you some of the shots soon. I just want to make the most of this sky. Look at it. Hopefully it's coming up okay on the phone. Can't sort of refocus and play around with... Oh, I just missed a really good one then. Will that one make it? No. Just missed a really good one then. Here comes another one. We'll get that one. Yeah. I want it crashing over these rocks right in front of me. That's what I really want. This next wave might do it. Not quite. I'll come and check the chat. It's just, yeah, it's looking too epic at the moment. That's the one. No, it's not. Just want a nice big... I don't want to miss these waves because the tide comes in very quick here, and within a couple of seconds, the tide can be over those rocks quite quickly. Yep, that's one. That's a double. That pushed nicely. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's okay. Yeah, just working all this texture in the water and having that sky behind us. And that's why I'm hyperfocal will get my sky in focus as well. Here comes a nice wave. This is the one. That's the one. Yeah, good. That's nice. That's nice. Look at that sky. How good is this? We're not going to get all those pinks and purples and everything, but that golden glow looks really good. The gold and the grey, the gold and the grey, a hint of blue up there as well. So that's, you know, you'll hear me mention that a lot. Take note of what's happening. Okay, we've got all this gold and purples along the horizon. We've got blue up here. So I'm just sort of taking note of what I'm looking at. So when it comes to time to edit my photos, because raw photos don't do this justice. Okay, so there's blue all along the horizon, there's blues and pinks out here, there's oranges over here. So I'm just sort of putting it all in the memory bank, so when it comes time to develop the photos, oh, there's a good one. That's what I'm looking for, and I've missed it. yeah, just putting that sky in the memory bank, so when it comes time to develop the photos, I try and get all that colour in my shots. And that's, yeah, chat amongst yourselves. I'm enjoying myself a bit too much here. Have a look at it. That's just epic. So much colour. So much colour. And you know, I could almost go into portrait mode soon. Wow, that is really nice. Here comes a good wave. That's the one I'm waiting for. There we go. Look at that. That is just... Let me show you the back of my camera. And remember that these are raw files, so they're going to look very flat, but I'll just give you an idea of what I've got framed up and how it's looking. So I will get back to the chat very soon. I'll show you. I'll just show you the last shot that I got to give you an idea of why I'm not paying too much attention. Oh, look at that. That's my last shot. So again, the phone doesn't do it justice, but all that texture in the water, the colour in the sky, how good is that? That is really nice. So yes, I will get back to the chat soon. I don't want to waste this light. This is really, really nice light. So yeah, just excuse my ignorance for a bit. I've got to make the most of this while it's happening, because we will lose it soon. Yes, welcome back to 2025. Every now and then I'm checking my little... Oh, look at that. That's really nice. That's really nice. I'm at ISO 800. I do need to take this filter off. Let me quickly take that filter off. I don't want to be shooting at ISO 800. These shots are too nice to be using my increasingly shitty outcome. Okay, now it's too bright, but that's alright, because now I can put my aperture up. Put my aperture up to f13. Get that half a second exposure. Let's go up to f16 actually. I almost want to slightly underexpose just to capture all that detail in the sky. Here comes a nice wave. Look at that. Perfect. Wow. Okay, now I am going to underexpose because our dynamic range is absolutely off the scale. Because now that I've got all this in my shot, our dynamic range is off its rocker. So now I've got to do multiple exposures because I'm shooting directly into that. Now normally I say don't get lots of shots from the same spot, okay? Don't go home with 20 shots exactly the same, but they're not all going to be exactly the same because all that water movement is making every shot completely different. So I'm getting a couple of shots where I don't have water movement. I'm getting some where I've got that water crashing. So every shot is going to be slightly different. I'll get this one as all that whitewash runs out and get that golden glow. Look at that. That's really nice. Okay, I'm going to, yeah, we're doing multiple exposures. We're doing multiple exposures. That sky's too good not to. Yes, welcome to Harvey Bay. Welcome to a Harvey Bay sunset. Stormy weather. Look at that one. Oh yes. Wow. This is what it's all about. I'm going to quickly expose for that sky again. I'm still blowing out the sky. Our dynamic range is crazy at the moment. I'm gonna lose this spot soon, but let me get a few more. Let me get rid of this filter. I will get to the chat soon. Got a bit going on at the moment. Got a bit going on. So hopefully you're enjoying this as much as I am, because this is, yes, welcome back to a live stream. If this is any indication of what 2025 is going to be like, it's going to be a good one. This is really, really nice. Really nice. I'm just going to put my filter back on. I always use a UV filter, more for protection than anything. This is an old Kenko filter. But yeah, look, UV filters, they're there just to protect the camera. I'm going to get one more shot. Becomes a nice wave now. Look at that light. Look at that light. That is really nice. Really nice. I could probably frame it up to get a bit more sky. Just put my lens hood on. Not that we're getting any flare, but... Oh, that would have been a good one. Okay, we're going to have to push back. Yeah, my bag's getting wet. We're starting to lose those rocks now. We'll get that wave coming in now. We'll get that one, and then I'll push back. I don't want to lose this spot, but... We'll get that one as well. How's that one? That's better. Yeah, that's nice. And now quickly do an exposure for our sky. I'm starting to lose that light a little bit now, and that's why I just wanted to get it. I wanted to get it while we had all that golden glow, and yeah, wow, that's nice. Okay, now I'll come back and check the chat. I've got my shots. Turn the camera off for a bit. That was an epic little 10 or so minutes then. So hopefully you all enjoyed that, because I certainly did. And I'll show you some of my shots in a minute. It's still going off. I could still take photos. Look at that. So this is what I mean by the sky is really blowing out. I don't know if I can... Yeah, I can't change the exposure on this while I'm live streaming, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, let's have a look. Where are we up to? We've got to... Sorry if I miss anyone in the chat. Beautiful wave hit the rocks. Yeah, sunset glow to the left is nice. Looks fantastic. Send the drone up. The magnetic filters. Not on the bay. Definitely not a tax dodge. I don't regret it. Yeah, definitely a couple of crocs out here at the moment. Brilliant on the phone. Love the winter sunsets in Point Vue, absolutely. Winter, the sun sets a bit more out here in winter. It sets a bit more to the north, so really nice out here in winter. Reminder for anyone watching to, yes, please leave a like. If you're enjoying what you're seeing, as much as I am, leave a like. And look, now we're getting colour, so I've got to get back out there. I've got to get back out. I've got to get some more shots while it's doing this. And you know what? We're going to my tree. It's time. Tide's coming in quite quickly. I'm going to go over to my little tree and get set up. Because that colour, and even these rocks that I'm walking on now are really nice once the tide comes in over these. God, I love this spot. I love this spot. So yeah, up and about. If that, I'll double check your name in a minute. I'm just trying to look at this. Look at that for a little. Look at that. So, was it up and about? Yeah, up and about. Yeah, now that you're here, hit me up and not this one. I'm actually away for the week, so I will be back. I'll be back on Friday. So I am going away for a week. So stay tuned. I might have a nice little surprise for everyone coming up soon. Might have a nice little surprise for people. Going to one of my favourite places of all time, I would say. Look at that. Look at the sky. Oh, wow. Look at that. Let me take that shot and let me show you what I've got framed up. So yes, thank you to everyone who's in here. I hope you're enjoying this as much as me. What a way to kick off the live stream for the year. Full moon's just, wow, look out that way. Like I said, it's all happening. It is all happening. Look over this way. We've got pinks and full moons and look at that. So yes, we might not do a lot of talking at the moment because this is incredible. Look at the shot that I've just got. Look at that shot. Look at the glow on the tree. That's why I love doing what I do. I love this. Okay, once again, it's absolutely going off. So sit back and enjoy, and if you're really lucky, these dudes might catch a fish for us. Have a look at that sky. So this is one of my favourite compositions. I just love this. I love this spot. Okay, so I'm just going to frame it up. I want as much sky as possible. I want as much sky. And you know what? Do we need to do a focus stack? I don't want to. Let's just focus out there. I'll quickly get that shot from my foreground. Look at that sky. That's amazing. The photos are literally red. Okay, I am going to do a focus stack multiple exposure. Slightly underexposed for that sky. Wow. That is incredible. So let me show you what I've got framed up. That's amazing. Have a look at that. How good is this? How good is this? Can you believe what's going on? Look at that. Have a look at that. Welcome to Hervey Bay. I'll guarantee you they're going to catch a fish soon on a night like this. Okay, so here's what I've got framed up. And I'm pretty much getting this all in one shot. If we look at our highlights, okay, they're under control, shadows are under control. Everything, like, it's a nice soft diffused light. So it's, look at that. That's like in camera. I'm going to have to actually tone down my colour. They're too colourful. Look at that. That's ridiculous. Okay, I'm just going to do a couple more under, again, like there's a tiny little bit of clipping, so I'm just going to do a couple underexposed as well, just to preserve every little bit of this sky. So now, like, I don't care what my shutter speed is because we don't have that water movement. Look at that. That is ridiculous. That is one of the most orange skies I've seen in a long time. That's amazing. That is amazing. So let me just going to leave you there to soak this all in. And I will run through what I'm doing. But yeah, this bit over here, this is why I'm doing multiple exposures. I've got all that over there. Let me just... I just want to try and darken down the camera a bit so it's sort of... Yeah, I wish I could expose this camera a bit better for live streams. You get no control over the camera for live streams, and it's a bit of a pain. Now, all right, I think I have to do a pano. Just making sure my tripod is very, very steady. I can't believe the colour I'm getting on the back of this camera. That is ridiculous. I have not seen colour like this on the back of my camera for a long time. Let me just check my focus again. Just want to make sure. So I'm kind of focusing, pretty much focusing on the tree. Okay, that's basically my hyperfocal distance, is that tree. And that's going to keep everything, you know, I don't need my immediate foreground super sharp. It's all about that sky. That is just absolutely incredible. I wish I could get these dudes in the shot as well, because that would look really nice. Let me go into a pano. I'm going to do a pano. There's too much going on not to do a pano, to tell the truth. Yeah, that's... I can't shoot into the sun. I can't shoot into the sun. It's too bright. So I'm going to try and just get them out of my shot. Do a very quick pano. Yeah, it's blowing that. It's a bit too bright over on the horizon. It's slightly blowing out. Let me get a quick pano. We're starting to lose that colour, so I'll quickly just do a pano. That's welcome to Hervey Bay. Far out. I did not expect this. I had a feeling it was going to be nice, but I did not expect this. This is amazing. It's all on the horizon now, all that colour. Yeah, the panos are, yeah. When the sky is this intense, it's just hard to do a pano, because if I expose for that sky, everything is severely underexposed. Now, you know, you'll hear me say a lot of times, don't go home with 20 shots exactly the same. When the sky's going off like this, go home with 100 shots exactly the same. Okay, the sky's changing all the time. It's changing. Now there's some real pinks up there, blues. So yeah, when the sky does this, go home with 100 shots exactly the same. Okay, and as the tide comes in, everything in here is changing as well. Okay, when I got here, this was all dry. Now we've got water under the tree. We've got some splashes on the rocks. In fact, I'm just gonna, just so I don't have to wait, just gonna wet some of these rocks. Just wet the rocks to make them shine a bit better. This dude's caught a fish. Oh no, he snagged. Look at that. That's these rocks here. Let me just wet them as well. Just, yeah, splash the rocks and you get that nice glow on the rocks. Just watch out for the crocodiles. Tell you what, these crocs are really good for walking on rocks. Crocs on rocks. Crocs on rocks definitely do the trick. All right, now I'm doing multiple exposures. It's sort of getting dark. I'm starting to lose that colour, but look at that. That is just epic. He's on. Only a little bear cod. Or a grinner. Cod or a grinner. Look at that. Let me show you what I've got framed up. And we'll check out this dude. He's just caught a fish. Told you he'd catch something. So look at the colour out that way. Again, the phone's not doing it justice. Yeah, he's caught a, looks like a little stripey actually. Let me show you what I've got framed up again. I'll just show you the last shot. So there's the last shot. Again, I wish I could change my exposure on this camera phone. Yeah, can't really see it on the back. The phone's just making everything look bright, but if I just darken it down, that's sort of what the sky looks like. And then that's what my foreground looks like. So I'm just sort of trying to get that histogram not completely touching the right, just so we don't blow out our sky too much. So round about there. Shadow detail, I'm quite fine with shadow detail. I know I can get all that back. Alright, let me catch up on some chat. We're starting to lose. See what I mean by, look at those highlights are just out of control. Out of control. Let me go back a bit. Yeah, again, sorry if I've missed messages. It's, yeah, I sort of wasn't expecting this to go off as much as it did. Love winter sunsets at Point Vernon. Much earlier to get home for a beer o'clock. Exactly. That's a good thing about winter, isn't it? We can be home by 5 o'clock, 5:30, and it's night time. Leave a like. Yeah, please leave a like. Look, if you like what you're seeing, leave a like. It definitely helps. Wow, took some photos from my backyard. Much colour, yes. Like I said, it's one of those nights where I think I'm actually going to have to turn down the colour. I'm gonna have to desaturate some of these photos. I don't like overly saturated photos, and tonight, far out. That was amazing. That was amazing. Let me frame it up so you can see this dude fishing as well. Because it's that time of night. G'day John, how are you? The mighty Canon 6D. My oldest one has done over 570,000 shots now. Wow. that's a lot of shots. Yeah, look, I love my 6D. It's one of those things where I don't want to get a new camera. It's more of, I'm going to need one soon. I love my 6D. I really do. And you know, one of the great things about my job is I get to play with everyone's cameras. I get to play with all these new cameras when I run my classes. And like the new cameras, they're fantastic. Like absolutely fantastic. But do they take better photos? No, they don't. They don't take better photos. They make life a lot easier. That's a definite. They definitely make life a lot easier. The autofocus is just next level. You know, 20 megapixels. If anyone who's been in the chat, I printed that 3.5 meter long splashback, and 20 megapixel did it pretty easy. Okay, it's you don't need ridiculous amounts of megapixels unless you're cropping. That's sort of, yeah, like when it comes to wildlife, and if you're going to crop your images, then yeah, that's where you do want to have a lot of megapixels. But 20 is enough for what I do. Okay, it's very rare that I print anything over a meter. And that's enough. Okay, software's getting to that stage now where, like, I dug out some of my old Pentax, 10 megapixel Pentax images, and you run them through the upscaling software, and yeah, megapixels are irrelevant to me. What I do like about mirrorless, number one, is the flippy screen. I want that flippy screen. Okay, then I don't have to bend down and get sore knees and back. I can just flip my screen and see what I'm doing. So that's the number one thing that I really want. And number two is, yeah, video capabilities. Now that I'm doing a lot more videos, it would be nice to have a mirrorless for the video. But as far as photos go, the 6D is amazing. Love it. Look at that sky. That is amazing. So yeah, thank you again to everyone who's in here. What a way to start 2025. First live stream, and that happened. I could leave now happy. I don't think I even need to wait for Blue Hour, to tell the truth. I don't need to wait for Blue Hour. That was incredible. I run the Magic Lantern software, and with the ETTR feature, I can do Holy Grail time lapses. Yeah, the Magic Lantern software is really good. I've got the Magic Lantern running on my old Canon 50D. I do occasionally use that to do my time lapses. Yeah, Magic Lantern, I tell you what, it definitely brings some life into some of those older cameras. Like, you know, the 50D isn't a video camera, but Magic Lantern lets you take video with it. So yeah. And like I said, I love my 6D. I really don't want to get a new camera, but the time is getting closer that, yeah, I've got corrosion in the hot shoe, and it's a big downside of Queensland, the hot, humid, salty air. Like, I look after my gear, look after it and clean it all the time, but yeah, look, time catches up with them. I guess I could get it professionally cleaned, but, you know, there's always got to be an excuse to get a new camera. It's exciting getting new gear. But yeah, more so video on a flippy screen. Just back capturing some images with the drone from the stunning sunset. Yeah, look, how good was that sunset? I'm sure your drone shots will be epic. Oh, like I said, I recharged the drone today and blew the dust off it, and it's still sitting at home. But yeah, look, you know, when I'm doing live streams, it's hard to carry a lot of stuff around. I've got 2 tripods and camera gear and all sorts of crap. So I'll the drone will get a bit of a workout next week, that's for sure. We'll post them to the Up and About Photography Facebook page later. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I'll look you up when I get home. Up and About Photography. So yeah, so everyone who's in the chat, share your Facebook pages. Let everyone know what your Facebook page is. I know Crusher does a lot on sunrises and sunsets unite, or sunsets and sunrises unite. Do you have a page, Crusher? Do you have your own page? Or is it just under your personal name? But yeah, look, share names. Let's when I get home, I'll remember to look it up. If I wasn't live streaming, I'd do it right now. But yeah, look, there's lots of different pages, and look, to tell the truth, I'm not a big fan of Facebook. Facebook's, I think he's just caught another fish. Yeah, Facebook's one of those things. I get on it because I have to, basically. I get on it because I have to. But yes, I will. I'll go and check out your images. Yeah, he has caught a fish. He's got something. What is that? Looks like another little stripey. Anyway, I might wind it up there because, yeah, look, I'm not going to hang around for blue owl because, look, all that grey, it's all grey up there, so we're not really going to get a blue hour, so to speak. Really do need some sky for blue hour. It's sort of, it's very grey, it's very stormy. There's that last little bit of light coming through that's shining on the cloud. But yeah, we're not going to get that epic blue hour we normally get. So yeah, look, it's a great way to support each other. Okay, share photos, and you know, that's why I do the live streams. I'll share Harvey Bay, share how awesome Harvey Bay is. I don't care if people know all my secret spots. I don't have secret spots. Okay, they're all very accessible. This one's just here at the Gattaca's Bay boat ramp. There's the boat ramp just over there. Okay, it's a little bit of a walk across the rocks. But look, there's so many places in Harvey Bay. And there's so much I still haven't explored. Like the whole other side of Point Vernon for the sunrises. I will venture out there soon. It's just been a bit going on in the mornings lately with being a bit of a taxi. But yeah, once we've, especially once winter kicks in and sunrise isn't at 3 AM. Thanks Claudia, thanks for being in here. Thanks Crusher. I have, but I don't post much anymore, mainly sunrise and sunset unite. Yeah, I think a lot of people do just put them on the community pages. Sunrise and sunset unite, I know a lot of people from Harvey Bay do put their pictures up there. So yes, thank you to everyone who was in here. Look, to be honest, I don't care if you didn't enjoy it, because I bloody did. That was amazing. That was a really good sunset. So I'm glad you could join me to watch it. That was really, really very enjoyable. And this is why I love doing what I do. To be able to share a sunset like that was awesome. So thanks Scotty, Up and About Photography, Kath, Knots on the Bay, John, thank you for popping in with the mighty 6D. Absolutely, I love my 6D. So, and if I missed anyone, thank you to everyone. Pam was in there as well. Thanks Pam. Linda, thank you Linda. So thanks everyone who was in here. If I missed anyone, I do apologise. I'm still buzzing from what we just witnessed. Matt, of course, yes, thank you Matt. Yeah, the mozzies are starting to come out now. So yeah, thank you again to everyone. I will be dropping a video later tonight. So, and yeah, back in this spot, it's a video that I've covered before, but it's more of an updated. I'm finding a new style on YouTube now where I'm basically doing what I do here. Take some shots and then do the editing. So hopefully you enjoy it, and hopefully stay tuned, because the next couple of days I might have a real treat coming up. I'm going to, like I said, going to one of my favourite places. So thank you all again. And yes, we'll get home and we'll have a look at Facebook and let's see some of those images you've got. All right, so thanks again, and I will see you all again very shortly, hopefully. Bye-bye.